at the same place, different time. Tonight our Katha takes us to Lanka, where Bibhishan is about to go on a journey. And sometimes we plan all kinds of things in our lives and it never seems to come to fruition. Many of us want to learn music. Many of us want to write a book. Or we want to study a new subject or learn a language. And we have this desire, but this desire never comes to fruition because we're not motivated enough. And sometimes someone has to push us. And then we get, after a little pushing, we might say, okay. But the person who pushes us might be the bad person. But that person who pushes us doesn't know they're doing us a good. They're just in the job of pushing. The taxi driver who's taking people from the airport to the city doesn't care if they're going to the hospital, if they're going to a hotel, if they're going to a restaurant. His job is to take from airport to city. When you get there, you go to where you want to go. So in his journey, he could take in somebody to save their life who goes to the hospital. Take somebody who goes to the hotel for entertainment. Take somebody who catches another boat who's leaving. He doesn't care. They all pay the same fare. They go where they want to go. He is just a taxi driver. But he delivered them without knowing to a destination for their benefit. Sometimes in life, we all should like to be like taxi drivers. That we just take everybody where they want to go and drop them off. And don't care for them afterwards. After a taxi driver drops off someone, he doesn't remember them again. If he sees them next year, he can't remember. He's done his job, he's collected his fare, goodbye. But Bhagavan doesn't do this. When he delivers us in this world, wherever he delivers us, he keeps touch with us all the way through the process. Always helping us to meet our destination that we want to go. Bibhishan, the brother of Ravan, is about to take a journey. He lives in Lanka. He's always been a bhakta of Prabhu Ram, but yet he stayed in Lanka. Prabhu Ram is outside of Lanka. Sant Goswami Tulsidas tells us. Sri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Rama. Sri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Rama. Sri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Rama. Mamapur Vasi Tap Sinha Par ममपुर वासी तप सिय पर प्रीति सतमेलु जाय किन्नई कहु नीति श्री राम जय राम जय जय राम श्री राम जय राम जय जय अस कही किन्नय सी चरण रहारा अस कही किन्नय सी चरण रहारा अनुज गए पद पार बारा श्री राम जय राम जय जय Ram Jai Jai Rama. This is the scenario. Vibhishan is in the court of Ravan. Ravan is seated on the throne. Vibhishan had just told Ravan, my brother, what you are doing is wrong. You should go to the Lord and ask for forgiveness. Ravan was very angry by this. And after being very abusive to Vibhishan, says to him, मेरे नगर में बसकर भी तू प्रेम करता है, तत्सिरों पर अरूख मूर्ख, जा उन्हीं मिली. You fool, you live in my city, in my kingdom, and you do not pay obeisance to me. You think of this Ram as the highest of the high. Go with him and there preach all your moral sermons. Tell him talk to everybody what you like to talk about, because what you talk about, we don't want to know. ऐसा कहकर रावण ने उन पर चरणों से प्रहार किया, उन्होंने लात मारी. So saying, Ravan kicked his brother fiercely. When Vibhishan was kicked by Ravan, we are told Vibhishan dropped on his feet and held on to his brother's, dropped on his knees and held on to his brother's feet, and again thanked him for this kick. Sometimes in our lives we need a little bit of a kick or a little push. And whomsoever is doing the kicking and pushing doesn't even know they're doing us a good. Ravan did not know he was doing Vibhishan the greatest good in his life. He was just being mean to Vibhishan. But in so being mean to Vibhishan, Vibhishan walked, stood up and says, the time has come for me to go. And where does he want to go? Sant Goswami Tulsidas tells us. We are told that Shivji Bhagwan is telling Mother Parvati this katha. I must read this line of the words that he's saying to her when he explains the story about how Vibhishan responded to Ravan. Umasanta kai yahi barai, umasant kari barai, mandakarat jo करे भलाई, तुम पितु सरि सबले मोहि भारा, तुम पितु सरि सबले मोहि भारा, राम भजे चितनाथ तुम्हारा, राम भजे चितनाथ तुम्हारा. शिव जी ने कहा, हे उमा, संतों का यही वर्ण है, वे बुराई करते पर भी भलाई ही करते हैं. Bhagavan Shiva is saying to Mother Parvati, he says, therein lies the greatness of a saintly person who returns good for evil. Ravan kicked him and he thanked Ravan. And he says, you have done well. Vibhishan continues to speak. Vibhishan ने कहा, आप मेरे पिता तुल्य है, मुझे मारा से तो अच्छा ही किया. He said, you have done very much for me like a father. But your well-being, my Lord, lies in worshipping the God, worshipping Prabhu Ram. He said, what you do to me, I feel no pain, but I feel sorry for you for what you will gain. What you do to me, I feel no pain, but I feel pain for you for what you will gain by what you have done. So Vibhishan is showing the saintly qualities. He gives good in return for bad. Prem Solo Sitapati Ramachandra Bhagavan ki jai. Vibhishan now, having been spurned by Ravan, he is now contemplating his journey to the Divine Lord. We are told, रावण जब ही विभीषण त्यागा, वै भवन बिनु
तब ही अपागा। श्री राम
जय राम जय जय राम, श्री राम जय राम जय जय राम।
चले हर्ष चले हर्षी रघुनाथ पाई, करत मनोरथ बहु मन माई।
श्री राम जय राम जय जय राम, श्री राम जय राम जय जय राम।
देखियो जाई चरण जल जाता, देखियो जाई चरण जल जाता। अरुण मृदुल से वक सुख दाता। श्री राम जय राम
जय जय राम।
जे पद परसी ऋषि नारी, दंडक कानन पावन तारी।
श्री राम जय राम जय जय राम, श्री राम जय
राम जय जय राम।
Vibhishan now has come to the resolution that I am going to see that Lord. And he said, my wretched brother has lost his good fortune that he is not going to see the Lord. But he rejoiced. Vibhishan rejoiced. He rejoiced that in his heart, now ultimately I'm doing what I always wanted to do, to meet the Lord, to commit myself to the Lord, to be his servant. And he said, this has been such a longing desire in my heart, and today to be fulfilled. On reaching there, he says to himself, I shall behold those lotus feet that Bharatji is contemplating on the padukas, the feet, the shoes that touch these feet. He says, I shall see that feet that touch Ahilya and relieve her from being a stone to being a person again. I shall touch that feet and see that feet that make the Dandak forest a place of serenity. I shall see that feet that were Kevat washed and then took him across the boat. Here he is referring to all of the devotees over this period of time who have come into the contact with the Lord and who have gained great bliss. He says, I shall be one of those. With this thought in his mind, he proceeds to enter the encampment of Prabhu Sri Ram. Now please note, Lanka is an island off the shore of India. Prabhu Sri Ramchandra Bhagwan is on the embankment of India and he is planning to approach Lanka, but they had to build a bridge. The bridge has not been built yet. Hanumanji and Jamwant and all the others, and Prabhu Ram and Lakshman is on one side. Lanka is on the outside of the ocean where Vibhishan and Ravan is. Vibhishan comes to where the Lord is on his side of the territory, and he approaches the encampment of Prabhu Ram. What happens when he approaches?
एहि विधि करत सप्रेम विचारा, एहि विधि करत सप्रेम विचारा। आयु सपदी सिंधु यही पारा, कपिन विभीषण आवत देखा, कपिय विभीषण आवत देखा। जानको विभूषुत विशेषा। श्री राम कपिन विष्णु आवत केता जानको रघुपति सेता ताही राखी कपिस पही आए समाचार सब ताही सुनाए
राम जय राम जय जय राम श्री राम जय राम जय जय राम
कसुगिरी में सुनहु रघुराई कसुगिरी में सुनहु रघुराई आव मिलन दशानंद भाई श्री राम
जय राम जय जय राम
श्री राम जय राम जय जय
राम
श्री राम जय राम जय जय
We're about to witness the skills of Sant Goswami Tulsidas as a writer, where in one scenario he projects many philosophies and principles. In this encounter that is about to occur, we shall see how the enemy is treated by the other side. We shall see how political wisdom is expounded upon. We shall see how compassion is expounded upon. We shall see how man sees man and man's inhumanity into man. And we shall see how God sees man at all times. Vibhishan is the brother of Ravan. He comes from the enemy encampment. He enters into the encampment of Prabhu Ram. He is the enemy. What happens? As he enters, when all of the monkeys who are those the servants of Prabhu Ram see him, they took him for some special envoy from the enemy. They thought, well, okay, he's coming to represent the enemy and he must be coming as an ambassador. Immediately, they just detained him, put him in chains right away. He's the enemy. And Sugrim, who was one of the leading commanders at the time, he had committed himself after he was introduced to Prabhu Ram by Hanumanji. He committed himself and his entire army to serve the Lord. So Sugrim was in charge, and he decided that he will take the action that was necessary. Sugrim interviewed Vibhishan, and then he goes to the Lord and explains to him, look, my Lord, Ravan's brother is here. And he says he's come to see you. Now the Lord, listen to this. Here we see the commander acting as a commander. Here we see the soldiers on the front line act as the soldiers on the front line. They saw him as the enemy, they put him in chain. The commander says, hold on to him here, I will go talk to the superior commander, who is Prabhu Ram, the commander-in-chief. He goes to the commander-in-chief and says, he's here, he's the enemy. What shall we do? What does the Lord say? Let's listen to the political wisdom.
राम सिया राम जय जय राम
राम सिया राम जय जय राम
राम सिया राम
जय जय राम
ओ का प्रभु सका जी का कहे कपिस सुनहु नर नाहर राम
सिया राम जय जय राम राम
आई निश्चाचर माया, काम रूप के कारण आया।
राम सिया राम जय जय राम।
राम सिया राम जय जय राम। राम सिया राम जय जय राम। Sugrim, having presented the news to Prabhu Ram that Vibhishan has arrived, and says to the Lord, this is the situation. Prabhu ने कहा, हे मित्र, the Lord says, my friends, तुम्हारी क्या रही है? Tell me, what advice do you give? He is the chief, commander in chief, and he asks the general who comes with this news that the enemy is at the door, and he says, well, tell me, what do you think we should do? Now, he could have just said, do this. Why does he do this? Why did he say, tell me what should we? He's the commander in chief, he can just, let's do this. Get it going. Take him and lock him up, hang him, shoot him, whatever. He doesn't do that. Exercising political wisdom and showing true leadership qualities. Here, Sugrim now responds to the question given by the Lord. वानर राज सुग्रीव ने उत्तर दिया. Sugrim responds to the Lord's statement. हे महाराज, सुनिए. निशिचरों की माया समझा में नहीं आती. He says, please understand, my Lord, that these people from Ravan Kul, they're demons, and they have the power to do anything evil. One does not know why he has come, and he's capable of taking any form and being anything, so he's dangerous. So, what is the commander doing? He's exercising the wisdom of the commander. He says, my Lord, this is the strength of this enemy. He has these powers. It is my duty to tell you what they are. Vibhishan didn't tell him, Sugrim didn't say what to do with him. Although the Lord says, I've given you, Sugrim says, I can only tell you what I know about him, my Lord. Notice no one is making any decisions yet. He's giving more information so that the Lord might make a decision. Having presented this situation to the Lord, he goes on to say, Sri Ram Jai Ram, Jai Jai Rama, Sri Ram Jai Ram, Jai Jai Rama, Sri Ram Jai Ram,
जय जय राम। श्री राम जय राम, जय जय राम।
वेद हमारे लेन सत आवा, वेद हमारे लेन सत आवा, रखिया बारी मोहि अस भावा, श्री राम जय राम,
जय जय राम। श्री राम जय राम, जय जय राम।
सखा नीति तुम नीति विचारी, सखा नीति तुम नीति विचारी, मम पण सरना गट बहारी, श्री राम जय राम,
जय जय राम। श्री राम जय राम, जय जय राम।
सुनि प्रभु वचन हर्षन माना, सुनु प्रभु वचन हर्षन माना, शरणागत वत्सल भगवाना।
श्री राम जय राम जय जय राम। श्री राम जय राम जय जय राम।
श्री राम जय राम
जय जय राम। श्री राम जय राम जय जय राम।
Continue to speak. Sugrim says, this fool has come to spy on our secrets, my lord. What I think we should do, he's giving an opinion now, is that we should just take him as a prisoner, lock him up, and throw away the keys. The Divine Lord listened attentively. And Prabhu Sri Ramchandra Bhagavan speaks now. Hey Mitra, tumne rajniti to nek vichari. He says, you know, what you're suggesting is proper protocol when we are treating the enemy. Parantu, but शरणागत के भय को दूर करना मेरा प्राण है. He said, but in my case, I give refuge to everyone who comes to me. Whether they're enemy or friend, in my court, they're all under my protection. They're all seeking my protection. As such, I can only deal with them in that way. Now notice that Hanumanji was there while all of this is going on. Hanumanji was there when Vibhishan arrived. Hanumanji was there when Sugrim went to Prabhu Ram. And Hanumanji is the greatest devotee of the Lord, and he hasn't said a word yet. He didn't intervene. What was he doing? He was observing and listening. Because Hanumanji also, although being the number one servant, is the number one student of the world. He has learned that the art of listening is the key to learning. And he listened attentively. And then, Suni Prabhu Bachan Harisha Hanumana Saranagat Vachala Bhagavana. Sant Goswami Tulsidas says, Prabhu Sri Ram ji ke vachan sunkar Hanuman ji ne prasann hue. When Hanuman heard the words uttered by the Divine Lord, he became very happy at heart. Unhone man hi man kaha hai. In his mind he was saying, Bhagwan Sri Ramchandra ji sharan mein aaye hue व्यक्ति के प्रीत पुत्र से प्रेम करने वाले हैं. He says, look how loving the Divine Father is, that all who flee to him, all who come to him are welcome at all times. Now in these few chaupas, we have seen so much about philosophy, about the human relationship. The enemy must be treated as friend. Everyone must be given an opportunity to be understood. We must always open up our doors to even enemy or friend. When someone comes to our door, we must welcome them, whether they're the enemy or friend or not. The philosophy of meeting and greeting in the name of God is an ancient philosophy, not only for Hindus, but all of humanity. The poet tells us, it's a long time we didn't sing this bhajan. Anybody knows what the bhajan is? बड़े प्यार से मिलना सबसे दुनिया में इंसान रे क्या जाने किस देश में बाबा मिल जाए भगवान रे बड़े प्यार से सबसे क्या जाने किस देश में बाबा मिल जाए भगवान रे बड़े प्यार से मिलना सबसे
बड़ा है कौन है छोटा, कौन बड़ा है छोटा, ऊंच कौन और नीचा, ओ ऊंच कौन और नीचा। प्रेम की जल से सभी को सींचा, ये है प्रभु का बगीचा, ओ ये है प्रभु का बगीचा। मत कीचो तुम दीवारे, मत कीचो तुम दीवारे, इंसानों के दरमियान रे। क्या जाने किस देश में बाबा मिल जाए भगवान रे। बड़े प्यार से मिलना सबसे,
दुनिया में इंसान रे। क्या जाने किस देश में बाबा मिल जाए भगवान रे।
बड़े प्यार से मिलना सबसे। कविता कहता है, बड़े प्यार से मिलना सबसे, दुनिया में इंसान रे। क्या जाने किस देश में बाबा मिल जाए भगवान रे। As we go around the world and meet and greet each other, we must meet and greet with बड़े प्यार से, lots of divine love. क्या जाने who knows किस देश में बाबा, what form भगवान मिल जाए भगवान रे, what form the Lord will be in. If I say to you that you will meet God today, you will say, what do you mean? Every time you meet another human being, you're meeting God. God exists in every human being. But you see, we are looking for God only if He comes with a golden pot in His hands and all of our desires, then He must be God. Huh? Lottery ticket, yes, he has to win a winning lottery ticket too. If he has that, he's Bhagwan. Other than that, he's not Bhagwan. We do not see the other human being as Bhagwan. But बड़े प्यारे से मिला. Then कौन बड़ा है कौन है छोटा, ऊंच और नीचा, who's high and who's low and who's big and small? No one in the eyes of God. प्रेम की जल से सभी को सींचा, ये है प्रभु का बगीचा. This is such a beautiful line. He says, you know, you have a flower garden. Anybody have a flower garden? You have to water it every day. You water it with water, right? He says, ये है प्रभु का बगीचा. He says, we are the Lord's flower garden. Well, what kind of water do you water this flower garden with? Prem ki jal, the water of love. When you pour the water of love on this human flower garden, everything blossoms. And the analogy of a flower garden is so wonderful because it depicts the uniqueness of every human being. A flower garden has such a variety of flowers, all of them unique. By the way, you know, all flowers doesn't have sweet fragrance. Some of them have no fragrance, but they're very colorful. Some of them have no color and they have fragrance. Some of them have color and fragrance. Some of them are on short sticks, some on tall sticks. Some of them have thorns, some of them have no thorns. Some of them are wishy-washy, some of them are really firm. Just like you and I. We are the Lord's flower garden. ये है प्रभु का बगीचा. And Bhagwan Rama is telling all of us in the world and his army that I am here to water with the water of love. Any flower in my garden all deserves watering. Regardless if they've grown on the hill, on the hilltop, in the gutter, in the drain, they're all my flowers and they're in my garden. Prem so Sitapati Ramachandra Bhagavan ki jai. Hanumanji, having witnessed the compassionate nature of the Lord, we are told, शरणागत कऊ जे तजहि निज अनहित अनुमानी, ते पर पावर पापमय, तिन्हई बिलो कतहानि। सियावर रामचंद्र की जय शरणम। श्री राम जी ने फिर कहा, having listened to what Vibhishana said, what Sugriva said, and then Hanumanji making an observation, son Goswami Tulsidas says that the Lord continued to speak, जो मनुष्य अपने अहित का अनुमान कर शरणागत का त्याग कर देते हैं, वे नीच है, पापमय है, उन्हें देखने से भी हानि होती है। Those who forsake someone from suspicion that they may do them an injury or violent sinful act out of suspicion. When we are suspicious of people in a negative way, what are we doing? We are judging them. We are passing judgment without trial. Oh, they're, we haven't tried them, we have no evidence, we have just tried them and says, judgment, you are this. Bhagavan Ram is saying, those who forsake someone just because of their suspicion or lack of trust. Today in the world we live in, you start off working with people with the intention that there is trust. And then let me assure you that as much as you trust, they take your word for trust and they come back with distrust. Or they do something to totally amaze you when you believe that they are trustworthy. And that could be me, you, or anyone else. As human beings, we're so fickle. But we pray that there are more people who are trustworthy than those who are not trustworthy. He says, those who forsake a person from suspicion that they may do them ill or vile and sinful act, the very sight of them causes harm. He says, not the bad person is, the person who is suspicion looking upon them is harmful. Let me explain. Let us assume that Anil has done something, or he's come and nobody knows who he is. And if I, without knowing who he is, tell all of you that don't trust him, he's a bad boy. Prabhu Ram is saying, it has nothing to do with Anil. He says, me, this person who just said that, is not even worth to look upon that person because they're so sinful. They are prejudged and accuse someone for something they have no, and even if they did, there is no right in that accusation. Prem so Sitapati Ramachandra Bhagavan ki jai. And here the Lord makes a declaration about who he will look after and who he will not look after. कोटि विप्रभद लागहि जाऊं, आहे सरत तजहु नहीं ताऊं। श्री राम
जय राम जय जय राम, श्री राम जय राम जय जय राम।
सन्मुख होई जीवन होई जब हई,
राम जय राम जय जय राम।
जन्म कोटि अगनात तब ही,
श्री राम जय राम जय जय राम।
पाप बंत कर सहज सुभाऊ, मजहू मोरे ते पावन ताऊ।
राम जय राम जय जय राम, श्री राम जय राम जय जय राम।
जो पै दुष्ट हृदय सोई कोई, मेरे सन्मुख आवती सोई।
श्री राम जय राम जय जय राम,
निर्मल मन जन सो मोहि पावा।
श्री राम जय राम जय राम।
निर्मल मन जन निर्मल मन जन सोई मोहि पावा।
श्री राम जय राम जय राम।
मोहि कपट चल कीर्तन भावा।
श्री राम जय राम जय राम।
वेद लिन पटवा जस सीसा तबहु न कछु भय हानि बतीसा। श्री राम जय राम
जय राम। श्री राम
जय राम जय राम। Sant Goswami Tulsidas. Here the Lord is becoming the orator. It's like a soliloquy, you know, a play whereby one person talks and just speaks on without having a dialogue. Prabhu Sri Ramchandra is presenting a soliloquy whereby he's making a statement. He's saying, I will not abandon even the murderer of 10 million Brahmins. A person who might have murdered 10 million people, if that person came to me and sought refuge. What's his point? What is he trying to tell us? Anybody? It doesn't matter what sin we might have committed, there is always hope. That is Janam Janam. We have a lifetime upon a lifetime to ultimately redeem ourselves. And the Lord is always most compassionate and open arms and welcome. As soon as my creature appears before me, as soon as that person appears before me, all of the sins of their actions can be washed away. Now please let us understand this carefully. Don't think just because you come and stand in front of Ram Murti here, all the sins are washed away. No. To make an appearance before God is to merge the self, the Atma with the Paramatma while we are alive. God exists within us. When we have realized that God within us, yes, then there is no such thing as pap or punya. There is no good or bad, for everything is with God. He goes on to explain. A sinner's innate disposition is to abhor worship of God. A sinner cannot worship God. Do you know how many people come to this complex and stop in the parking lot but do not come inside? Many people do. They will drop their children off, they will drop their spouse off, but that's the farthest they'll come. They might even come to the door. Some of them may come all the way in and drop their children off there, but they will never come beyond that point to the mandir. By the way, it's only a few steps. And nobody's stopping them. There's no sign saying you cannot enter. It is said that until Binu Satsang Vivek na hoi, Ram Kripa Vinasula Banasu. Without that compassion of God, we will never ever strive to go there. And you know, sometimes you may know someone who doesn't go to mandir. And then one day you see them in the mandir and you think, oh, don't do that. Don't do that. Because what you may not realize, this has become their time. So, welcome them and greet them and feel happy for them. They may never come again, or they may drop by when on a special occasion again, and that's all you ever see of them, because that's all the blessings they have for the time being. Their journey and their life is so burdensome with so other things that it becomes so difficult for them to find time to come to mandir. And then some other people do all the things and still have time to come to mandir, like our Kirtan Mandiri. Give them a big hand, please. They look after their husbands and their children, their grandchildren and everything and jobs, and they still find time to come to mandir. And some people have one child, two child, one grandchild, and they're too busy. Or just have one spouse. One spouse, I should say. I just have their spouse and themselves to deal with. And some people have a spouse and maybe a cat and a dog, and life is very busy. Some people have one dog and their life is very busy. Oh, Pandit, you have to walk the dog. प्रेम से सीतापति रामचंद्र भगवान की जय. And he goes on to explain, if Babishan was wicked at heart, how could he come into my presence? He says, a sinful person cannot really enter my domain. Only a man of pure soul can find me. I have an aversion to duplicity. He says, I can recognize people who are, they might come in front of me and pretend to be, I recognize them right away. By the way, the one person we can't pretend to is God. We can pretend to our friends, we can pretend to our relatives, we can pretend to ourselves, but Bhagavan, there is no pretension, he sees right through. It says, even if Ravan has sent him to spy out our secrets, we have nothing to worry about. We have nothing to lose. We have nothing to worry about. You know, many people, oh, don't trust them. Watch those people. I will tell you a true story. When we started this mandir many years ago, we were in a little unit. And we used to have only Sunday program. I think that's all we used to have. And every Sunday we'll get together and there may be 10, 15 people. And I used to say, oh, when we get 20 people, wow. And then of course there used to be some little arti money collected and so on. And somebody had to count it. So I used to call the children and say, you all count up the money. And anybody who was there helped to count the money up. One person called me up on the phone one day and said, you'll never know who it is, and said, Panditji, you know, you're not doing the right thing, you know. I said, Kya? He says, you know, all these people are coming to this money, you know they could be stealing it? I said, oh my God. I said, what should we do? He said, you should get somebody to watch over them while they're doing it. Very bad. I said, that's true. We should have the checks and the double checks. So then I thought about it. I said, okay, so let us assume that Tara and Anjani and Dee are the ones counting the money. And now I'll bring Prema to watch them. Okay? Prema's job is to watch them to make sure they don't steal. So let's assume that Tara and Anjani and Dee are in collusion, they are stealing. So what's to stop Prema to get together with them and steal also? Then I'll have to get somebody to watch Prema, Tara and Anjani now. I get a fifth person to watch, and everybody's watching the other person. I thought to myself, if anyone wants to steal the temple money, bless them, God. We never instituted such a check and balance process. Now these days, when they are counting the money, I think there's 8 of them sitting down counting, not to check each other. They have so much work to do. So the point I'm making is that, you know, we must start out with trust in human relationship. We must not prejudge. We must not in any way make declarations about the quality of someone. Even if we know or we overheard that they have bad qualities, do not do that. Judge them on their merits as they are at the time you meet them. For you do not know what were the circumstances in the past. Know your circumstances, but be cautious. There's nothing wrong with being cautious. But save judgment, never judge. Prem se Sitapati Ramachandra Bhagavan ki jai. The Divine Lord says that Sugrim, do not have any fear. I'm not afraid of them. I have the most powerful armament at my disposal. I can destroy anything. So don't have any fear about that. Trust everyone. We have the most powerful armament in our own possession. And that is, in order for someone to hurt us, this is a very difficult thing to understand. In order for someone to hurt us, we have to allow them to hurt us. Let me explain. You will say, Panditji, the man took a stick and hit me on my head. I didn't allow him to do that, he just hit me. That's not the hurt I'm talking about. Sticks and stones may break my bones, but words will crucify me. Sticks and stones may break my bones and they will heal, but words will crucify me. Those are my lines, by the way. Okay? You won't find him anywhere else. And he says, so
The point is that how does the words of someone crucify me or hurt me? How does the words, the stick and the stone I know will hurt me. How does the word hurt me? I have to allow it to hurt me first. I've always, people are talking this word love, You tell one person, oh, I love you, that sounds nice. I love you too, I don't know. You don't think I love you? Each one to interpret what is meant by that. Oh, he doesn't love me. He loves her more. No, he loves her best. Who's causing that? Me? They are. Now, if I said I love all of you equally, he's lying. He can't be. Who's causing that? Me? You are. You and I allow the words to pierce through our good defenses of good intention, and then it hurts us. Yashmanu dvijate loko, loko na udvijate, harsham harshavayod vigge. Continue. Mukto sahsachame priya. This is chapter 12. Yashmanu dvijate loko. He says, if I ask every one of you, do you do anything to annoy anybody? You will say, no, Panditji, I don't. Anil will say, no, I never do anything to annoy. This Anil will say that. The other Anil will say, no, Panditji, I don't do anything to annoy everybody. But he will say, everybody does things to annoy him. Tara, on the other hand, she will say, look, I don't do anything to annoy anybody, but Panditji annoys me all the time. The question is, Bhagavan Krishna is telling Arjuna, that it's okay to say that you do not annoy anybody, but if you are allowing other people to annoy you, you're in the same boat. You're worse off. Because you're allowing yourself to become a victim of the words and actions of others. Then you are not yourself. This is what is called self-control. When all the stones that can be thrown to you, all the words that are piercing can be thrown to you, you can still take them all. I've been told that I have very thick skin. You know what that means? That if you took a nail and a hammer and you hit me, it very likely will not go through. You can insult me as much as you want. I've become prone to that. As a matter, I've become immune to that. But I'm still human. Somebody told me the other day, you must still be human. Yes, I am. At first, when you get a needle, you feel it. After that, it's gone. But that first touch will hurt. But then you say, it's for my good, it's for my own best benefit. You don't feel the pain anymore. See, every insult and every word is for your benefit. Someone said, Panditji, someone insulting me is for my benefit? Yes, it's teaching you how to be strong. It's teaching you how to be strong. And as such, this katha was meant to present many philosophies. Babhishan was kicked by Ravan. That motivated him to go to God. Many of us are waiting to be kicked by something before we directly go to God. But I'm not talking to the people who are here. It's the ones who are not here right now. Sometimes we have to have a serious situation happen in our lives to do that. And I always remember when someone dies in a family, how people become so devoted. How immediately they want to listen to Bhagavad Gita and Katha and Ramayana, and they will sit down for hours. But until that time, no time. And I'm always wondering, this is the miracle of the world of human existence. That we have to wait for some calamity before we commit ourselves to that relationship. Now I know that now I've said this every night, the mandir will be filled. Prem so Sitapati Ramachandra Bhagavan ki jai. Let me take this opportunity to thank each and every one of you for being here, especially under these such terrible weather conditions. And I know there's all kinds of tornado. I heard on the news 30 to 40 homes were damaged in Aurelia, or Barry, around that area, Barry, right? Barry. We have Hamilton have some issues. Someone in Stouffville, 4 people struck by lightning. So the weather conditions are terrible, and it's not helping us either because we are planning to put these domes up. But every time we go on the roof can't. Well, we opened the roof today, mistake. Now Ramprasad said to drill holes in the roof. He did. We drill holes, now there's water coming down. Now the asan, where this hole, there is a big tarp. Everything, we can't do any work. We open up the roof and we can't finish it because the rain is falling. So we have to live with it. We cannot fight it. So things are coming along gradually, but the grass is happy. Rain is falling. Right? Some farmer is very happy that I'm looking at my tomatoes today. I said this wind is going to blow them down. But somebody is getting benefit from this. Prem so Sitapati Ramachandra Bhagavan ki jai. I want to take this opportunity to welcome each and every one of you. Kaun pehle baar aaye hai? Is there anyone who has come to Ram Mandir for the first time today? 1, 2, 3. Talia. Give them a big hand, please. Welcome to Sri Ram Mandir. We welcome you to Sri Ram Mandir and invite you to join us. This is the third night of our 21 nights of Gyan Yajna. During these 21 nights, you shall be hearing from at least 8 different presenters. Myself and Dr. Dubey will be joining us from the Vishnu Mandir. Pandit Boj will be joining us. Pandit Hardat will be joining us. Pandit Loknath, Dinesh, Nirvana and Shivana. One Swami is coming tomorrow night. And then also we have Bhupendra Bhai Pandya, who is coming from India to do 7 nights of Sapta Bhagavad Katha. So during the 21 nights, there is such a variety of presenters, all coming from different scriptures. Bhupendra Pandya will be reading from Bhagavad, others will be reading Ramayana, Bhagavad Gita, Upanishads and so on. So there's so much Gyan that you can derive. So please join us as often as you can. I want to thank my sister Indira Mangru for sponsoring tonight's Bhojan. Give her a big hand, please. We will conclude just after a few minutes of chanting. Sri Ram Jai Ram, Jai Jai Rama.
Shri Ram Jai Ram, Jai Jai Rama.
Sri Ram Jai Ram, Jai Jai Rama. Bolo.
Shri Ram Jai Ram, Jai Jai Rama.
Sri Ram Jai Ram, Jai Jai Rama.
Shri Ram Jai Ram, Jai Jai Rama.
Jai Prabhu Rama,
Jai Prabhu Rama.
Jai Sita Rama.
Jai Sita Rama.
Sri Ram Jai Ram, Jai Jai Rama.
Shri Ram Jai Ram, Jai Jai Rama.
Sri Ram Jai Ram, Jai Jai Rama. Sri Ram Jai Ram, Jai Jai Rama. Jai Prabhu Rama,
Jai Prabhu Rama.
Rama. Sitapati Ramachandra Bhagavan ki Jai. Let me invite everyone to please stand for Aarti. Sabhi log khade ho jaye, Aarti karenge. Our seniors to come first, if they can, those who are seated on the chair. आरती श्री रामायण जी की, कीरति कल तल। आरती श्री रामायण जी की,
आरती श्री रामायण जी की।
कीरति कल तल लित की। आरती श्री रामायण जी की,
कीरति कल लित की।
गावत ब्रह्मा जी